We're being joined by
Gloria Lemmy-Johnson.
So this KingsTribe Meet and Greet, how did you hear about the event?
Well, Mr. Amos was my classmate at School of Ministry. So we've been working on this. He'd been working on this for a while. So it didn't come to me as a surprise.
Oh, interesting.
It's something we talked about,
Yeah.
he mentioned, but I didn't know it was going to be this soon.
Oh.
So it's like he birthed the baby very soon. And so we're actually seeing the christening of the baby right now. So
Interesting.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Okay, great. So talking about christening, what do you do?
Sometimes when people ask me what do I do, it's a bit difficult for me to say because I wear so many hats. I'm a thespian, I'm a cleaner, I'm an event planner, I'm a public speaker, I'm a mother, and I'm a wife. So I'm an administrator. So sometimes when you ask me what do I do, I'm a singer.
Yeah,
So
okay, so it's like, what do you want me to do?
Yes, what do you want me to do?
You can say, that's cool, that's interesting. I think right now I want you to be a public speaker, and so I'm going to take...
So let's say within the conference of a public speaker,
yeah,
it's easier.
Okay, cool. All right, so for someone who's watching this now and is a Christian and saying, oh my God, I'm shy, I think God has called me to be in the background and I'm supposed to be out there, what would you advise them as a public speaker?
How do you shine your light from the background? How do you shine your light from the background? When there's light, it can't shine. It's not meant to be at the background.
True.
Your headlights are not just behind. The headlights are head. That's why it's called a headlight. So if you're to shine your light, you're to shine it in front. So you take the lead so others follow.
Word.
When the Bible says a city upon a hill cannot be hid. So if you're a city upon a hill, how would you not be hid if your lights are not on? Now there's what they call the lighthouse. If you travel, you know, you see the lighthouse once you're on sea. What's the lighthouse supposed to do? When you're lost on sea, the lighthouse lights the way so you know where you'll get to get to safety. So if you are light and you are the background, so many things block your light.
True.
No one gets to see your light. So you become a chameleon. So you blend into what you find. But when you're in light, you let others know this is the way, follow it.
Now this is so much Rema packed at once. Let me take a while to let it think. Right, so talking about being a chameleon, I mean, in the public sector, in the marketplace, you see a lot of Christian assuming these postures without even knowing. Because what you're saying now makes sense to me. It's like, once you're a chameleon, any terse turn with the wind, you just go through that. So what would you advise someone who is still struggling with that situation, being in that kind of sport, that chameleon-like, for the lack of a better explanation here, that chameleon-like thing, what would you advise that person? And you're a Christian, yeah.
If you don't stand for anything, you fall for anything. What do you stand for? What do you stand for?
Okay.
If you stand for the truth, okay, this afternoon I was really fighting. I was fighting tears with the system in this country. Have you ever thought of what pensioners go through?
Another one.
Have you thought about it? We have old people in Nigeria. And our father, Apostle Sermon, has taught us of honor. How do you honor people who have served a country with their lives over 40 to some of them 45 years working with the government? And when you're done, what's due you can't get to you.
All right. With everything that you do, how do you harness? You know how people tell you my purpose is one thing, but you're standing here telling me that you wear so many hats. So if you're a young person watching and wondering why am I multi-talented, why am I doing so much, what's the connecting factor? How do you advise them?
I usually love the story of the people with a talent. God gave one, God gave one two, God gave one five.
Yeah.
What are the talents? And the one who had the one, they said, collect from the one who has the one, give it to the one who has the five. So if he's giving you just one and you don't know how to use that one, I who have the plenty, pardon my English, I have the plenty, he will give me the extra that you have refused to do because someone has to do that job.
Okay.
They can't be a vacuum.
Great. I think that's it. What's your talent? And then learn how to harness it through God. Thank you so much for granting this interview. Can we have a high five?
Hey!
Yeah.